G'day everyone, it's SDS SuperCoach, providing SuperCoach content for you. I'm here to present the round five review. And hey, what a round. Genuinely, this is my best ever round in AFL SuperCoach. I've never gotten any better than a 2-2-3 round rank. Like that is unbelievable. So it's obviously all very exciting. Big day at work. Big day today. I had to go to Phillip Island for work today. Had to leave at 3:30. Uh, got up at about 3:30. Left at about 4:30 to get to Phillip Island there. So and I only just got home, and I've got to get two fan cast recordings in an hour, so I'll try to keep this as quickly as I can. I say that every time, but usually means nothing. So very good, and that also meant that I didn't watch much of Port Adelaide Hawthorn. That was about the only thing that didn't go right for me this weekend. First time watching the Hawks in my new place, and we're getting pummeled like that, but that's all right. Yeah, so we scored 2,386, and that has moved us up 19,500 spots in the season rank, which also just proves that rankings don't really mean too much until probably in a couple of weeks' time is when we can get a good view on where we're sitting. And yeah, we're now ranked inside the top 5K, 4,776, and I'm back with the pack. And this is a good feeling. This is a good feeling. So look, in my eyes, I never thought my team was as sorry about the light, by the way, just the way my new office's lighting is presenting. I never thought my side was like 25K rank or 30K rank bad. But let's remember at the same time here, it is not rank 223rd each week good. Like a lot of things went in my favor, which is what you got to do to get a good round rank, especially at this early point in the season. A lot of things need to go right for you to have a good round rank in the early part of the season. But you absolutely take this. So, yeah, it feels good. Feels good. Last year I panicked, did trades I wouldn't have done in the previous couple of years. This year I'm a lot more calm and just assessing what feels right for my team rather than panicking. So it is a good feeling. Won all my drafts again. That was good. Edged a couple of close ones. Hope you're going well, DR. Hope you and the family are going well, mate. Speedy recovery. We love you. So let's talk about team value. I think sitting relatively all right. 15 out of 15 league wins, so we take that as well. And we got how many trades left? 30 trades left. Sorry, I was doing some adjusting on my lunch breaks, but let's talk about the side really quick. So, what's the main thing that stands out here to what helped me this week? I'll first show you my trades, which helped me in a massive way. So I finally moved on from Matty Flynn at R2 since we went back to best 22. We wanted to make sure that we filled R2. And we also got rid of O'Driscoll and we brought in Clay Hall and Max Gawn. Max Gawn went bananas and it was good. It was a good relief. It's always a nice feeling when you trade into a player that they respond, which he certainly did. So we take a 145 all the way to the bank. Essendon's usually a restrictive ruck matchup, but what really hurt Essendon to restrict Gawn was Nick Bryan going down. And that opened up Gawn to be one-on-one with Sam Draper rather than what Essendon usually do is like try to get the rucks together to stop the ruck in the air. So just making a one-on-one really helped. Aren't the D's struggling? Aren't the D's struggling, by the way? So what else helped? Obviously, this right here as well. This was one of the main catalysts for helping. Andy Brayshaw, 155. Probably my best starting pick. actually quite comfortably. My best starting pick, quite comfortably. 155. Him in the last Brayshaw in the last 3 weeks. So he started off slow. Geelong, Sydney, they're tough matchups for midfielders, but I was okay to buy into him um, because that was the tough start. What I bought into was this West Coast. No Bontempelli, Western Bulldogs, Richmond, Melbourne, even Adelaide don't tag. St Kilda, Collingwood, like it's still a decent run. If you don't have him, it's probably too late. You just bet against at this point. But this is why I started him. This run right here, beautiful, and he has delivered so well. So I'm extremely happy with Andy. 155 skipper. I was due for a big captain score. It was sort of going round one. TDK really good. Then Rose 130. Then McRae 120. Then Baz 108. And now back up to Andy Brayshaw. I hit my mic. So this is it's a good relief. High scoring player of the round. Very happy with Andy. What else? Let's talk about this. Connor Rose, obviously was a main part of absolutely destroying my beloved Hockball, but that's all right. I this is similar take to me with Horn Francis last week. Like I thought Horn Francis was honestly not a bad call to move on. Just very unlucky that he just turned it on against St Kilda and then 119 as well. Does probably hurt for non-owners, but I don't know. The forward line's so stacked this year where I could understand it. Like structural changes to your team. You're changing Horn Francis to maybe someone else in the midfield, maybe like if people brought in Brayshaw or whatever the case may be into the midfield to get a Clay Hall or a Xavier Lindsay or one of these spuds on the bench off the field. So I understood it and I felt really bad for people that did trade him out. I feel bad as well for people that traded out Connor Rozee because who you could predict a lot of storylines. Could you predict a Connor Rozee halfback Dan Houston role in the last game of the round before the match started? Trained with defenders, attended zero CBAs. This is an entirely different role to what we bought into. But halfback's the new midfield just about. Like, because midfield, there's the best midfielders getting tagged each week at this point now, where halfbacks there's just not as much interest to tag. Unless you're GWS that are psychopaths that tag like 4 people. But Connor Rozee 137, I'm very happy with that. Again, not a bad call to trade him. If you did trade him, I wouldn't regret it one bit. Very unlucky for non-owners for him to all of a sudden get this halfback role, a position he's never played in his entire life. So very unlucky. Couple of other little things. Sorry. There's one more good thing that went my way, and that was Zach Reed. I was going to field Luke Trainer, and look, it's 24 points. It's actually not a massive difference. A lot of people would have fielded Trainer over Reed and still gotten an 80. Like that's fine. I was talking to Damo. Um, and we were in discussion, and he just really sold me into fielding one of Pryor or Reed over Trainer, which is fair enough because Melbourne, the way they're going. What sold me to Reed over Pryor? I just am thinking I'll look back to Melbourne games this year. All right, so they haven't got many tall forwards, or yeah, they don't have many good tall forwards or tall forwards at all. What's been their inside 50 process heading into their attacking 50? They've just been bombing it long and high. And I just thought, well, Zach Reed's just going to gobble that up every time. So he obviously did that, and I was very happy with it. I thought it was a fine decision to field either Trainer or Pryor, but ended up with Zach Reed in the end. He's got the ceiling. Very happy with what he delivered as he's regenerated some cash gen flow. -60 break even. He's killing it now. He started off slow. Each week he's really built into the season, though. He's looking a lot more comfortable at AFL level. You just got to hope for Bombers fans that he stays healthy. All right, and then just the little things. So the one thing that A couple of things that didn't particularly go my way was Bailey Dale's 68. I just don't think that ground suited halfbackers at all. But yeah, choosing him over a Nas does hurt because I would do anything to get Nasai Wanganeen Miller in my team because he just passes the eye test with flying colours. They're going to tag Sinclair, not Nas, like the way it's going for St Kilda. So, um, yeah, we'll talk about trades after, but that's all right. The other thing was like Lindsay and Clay Hall. But look at the replacements, not exactly superstars in replacement. I mean, Davidson. Yeah, also, if I picked Nazai over Dale, probably winning the weekly. That would be my guess. Davidson, 61. I really want to try to get him on field, but I just can't, especially this week against the Saints. If I can't get him on field, is there with a break even of 60? Because I actually think it's a good hold or trade. If his money is getting you to a premium, you do that. Like we got to get these rookies off field. The one thing we can't do is fall in love with rookies. We know that it will eventually crumble and fall over for these rookies when their cash gen is done. We want to be getting these cash generators as heavy as they can be, and then just getting value players that have dropped down in price. So like that's how we play the game, and that's how we get rookies off field. And that's certainly my strategy this year. We could just got to get these rookies off field ASAP. Like you look at the worst two scorers, Lindsay, Hall. Like, you get what I mean? Like we just got to be getting these rookies off field as soon as possible. So. Just a quick gauge on the rest of the team. I didn't mention Adam Chera actually. 117, unbelievable. Um, Unbelievable consistency from Adam Chera as a starting pick. Been a very successful starting pick. Been a better pick than Oliver. But yeah, Adam Chera, fantastic. I guess it was the Eagles, but we can bank on him getting 100 to 110 basically every week. So we take that. Just to mention on the rest of the guys here that I haven't mentioned, Harry Shee's a 102. Yeah, he was fine. CBAs were up, which was a lot different to the role he played last week. So that was the only thing for Sheasel. We know he's a lot better off halfback, but at least he's got mid status now, so we'll take that. Matty Roberts, 79, obviously getting a lot of touches being taken away from Riley Bice. Um, but I think I think I'm just going to worry about getting these rookies off first. Before we deal with Roberts, he can be a buy flip. What buy does Sydney have? Out of curiosity, I've kind of forgotten. It's round 14? Yeah, round 14 buy. Could look to flip him then, unless he looks even worse than he has before. So we'll give it some thought. With Matty Roberts with a break even of 125. It's not horrendous, but yeah, it's clear that the touches are being taken away from Roberts to Riley Bice, of course. Jaden Short, first ton, 5 rounds in, and he finally tons up. We'll take it. 103. He'll be I think he's got a good run. So like Gold Coast are the leakiest to opposition defenders. Then he's got Melbourne. Then he's got Hawthorn. So the next two are fine for Jaden Short. So we'll just hold like it's 72 break even. He'll eventually be dealt with. Just let's just prioritize some other things first. Riley Bice, 89. Definitely seems like the favourite for rookie of the year. So he's just been fantastic. And hopefully the last rookie we have to worry about upgrading in the team. Mentioned Zach Reed. Pryor, yeah, probably goes next week would be my guess. 9 break even, got a tiny bit more money. Has he been a successful pick? I think he's been solid without being amazing. I actually don't think he's that good of a footballer, but if he can get us 100K, fingers crossed, that'd be great. Um, got Christian Petrarca. So this has been a false starting pick, but the saving grace for everything is that he's gotten forward status. because this has been a nightmare, him over Dawson. He finally outscored Dawson for 1 week, but um, yeah, just the role's not that good. I wouldn't even be too bothered to jump on at this point. Just the role, it was better against Essendon this week, I will say that, but I don't know. I just need to see a bit more. Just, uh, yeah, I think he's having a bit of trouble not wanting to be there. So, Clayton Oliver, 86, just mid again, tagged by Setterfield, but he's got a good run coming up. I believe Melbourne do play Richmond and West Coast in the next after Freo. So you just hold Clary and probably another buy flip realistically. Riley Sanders, 84. He's been fine. He's been fine. He's been around the ball a lot. Sanders, he's a bit of a handball merchant, but just the saving grace again just hasn't been dropping in price, Riley Sanders. So can't complain there. I've been trying to get rid of him every week. He keeps surviving. If I want to do an upgrade this week, he's probably my avenue, which I'm not really fussed about because CBAs have dropped. Bontempelli sounds like he's going to be back this week, so this might be a good time to just cash in and move on. But credit to Sanders, last 3 weeks he's been good. Xavier Lindsay, 48, looked like more of a lockdown role that he was playing, so not a fan of that. Clay Hall, 52, was, yeah, fine. Didn't see too much of the Carlton West Coast game. Murray's, as I mentioned, I turned it off halfway through the second just because I needed to go to bed. I needed to go to get to sleep. I had to be up at 3:30. So I said to my mates, any inkling that we're not going to win, I'm turning it off. And I was just like, yeah, it's 70 to 8 halfway through the second. I think I'll be all right. I think I'll be all right. And I don't even care. It was 5 goals. That was just insipid performance from the boys. Um, but yeah, you just hope he doesn't get dropped. Henderson, I mean, I think this is a trade. He's literally going to go. He's literally gone down in price at 160K. He's got a break even at 55. Yeah, no, this pick's done. Probably getting dropped this week too. Bo Allen, West Coast, they're debuting every player under the sun except him. I thought he was a shoe-in to come in round two, but yeah, this is just I think he's just stuck here. Like, what's the point in moving him on now? There's not enough money on him. I guess same with Henderson per se, but he's literally looking to drop in cash. So hopefully Bo Allen can eventually get a game. Like the way West Coast are going, surely give the kid a run. We hope with that. Max Gawn, talked about him. TDK, I have major concerns that Pitternet is coming in this week. I think with the Kemp Achilles and um, the Kemp Achilles and the Mackay concussion, I think Pitternet's coming in. And this might be a trade next week. And if that's the case, we probably pivot to let Cherry drop in price another week. We'll just see how TDK goes in this new role, if Pitternet is playing. But obviously, there's a massive difference between solo ruck TDK and sharing ruck TDK. I think he averages like 72. TDK with Pitternet in the team. It's just like Pitternet can't play forward, so TDK would literally be a key forward. But I don't mind having a crack at that against North Melbourne. Horn Francis, fantastic, 119. Rankin, thought he was going to miss. I was actually not going to be shattered if he missed because everyone's fielding Davidson. I would have had Davidson on field for him, so wouldn't have been too mad if he missed. But 91, I thought he was underscored actually. I thought 25 and 2 goals, I believe the stats were, and he got a 91. I thought he was good. Jack McRae just got Bedford as expected. He's fine though. Bailey Smith, 126. They just look to get him the ball every time. He's a good player to watch, just a little bit of a butcher. But this is what a full game is put together by Bailey Smith when he is up and running. So Caleb Daniel, value pick of the year. Ryan Marich. So the Marich versus Humphrey decision has I wouldn't say it's settled yet. There is one more week, but people are looking to trade out Bailey Humphrey already before Richmond, which I find interesting. But if that gets you an upgrade, then whatever. But I thought the purpose of buying Bailey Humphrey was to get that cash in early, and he's playing Richmond, but whatever. Marich keeper? No, no, he's not a keeper, but he is a very solid on-field scorer, and got a feeling Marriage might be the winner out of him and Humphrey. Ashcroft 90, beautiful. Yeah, I trust him on field every week. Connor Stone, oh God. Yeah, what did Tim Mitchell tweet out? The year's 2030 and Connor Stone just hit 200K. So yeah, he's really going slow, and I wouldn't be opposed to moving on actually. So let's talk trades and vice captain and captain. So I think for vice captain and captain, like I feel like this is another tough week. Another tough week for vice captain and captain. I think Brayshaw is my best option. So it's like, and it's hard the way he's going. He's probably my best player in this team and in a lot of people's teams. Hard not to go against him against Melbourne because you'd think Sparrow goes to Sarong instead. Um, yeah, man, let's have a look at some of these other guys. Sheasel might not be a bad VC. I think TDK, solo ruck or not, I think just Cherry's a much harder matchup than what he's had before. Dale, no. St Kilda, but I think we're overrating St Kilda as a defender matchup these days. I think they're more neutral now, so that doesn't even matter. Roberts, 79. Yeah, not doing that against Port. Short, no. Rosie in this role, nah, might get Jordaned the way he's going. Cherry against North, no. Petrarch, no. Oliver, no. Gorn, well, these blokes all playing the same game. I actually think Gorn's probably my second best option, but with Brayshaw being the literal opponent, can't go there. Horn Francis, no, not doing that. No, Rankin's probably getting Bedford. McRae isn't too bad against the Dogs. I feel like he could go all right here. Baslinka against the Hawks, could go all right. Helmet against Carlton, potentially. So I think it's between three. I think ideal world, I would have gone Gorn and Brayshaw, but we can't. It'd be VC Sheasel in the Brayshaw, or it'd be VC Brayshaw in the McRae. I'm kind of leaning towards Brayshaw into McRae, I think early days. I think that's how I'm leaning. I think McRae is safe. There isn't a Toby Bedford at the Dogs, so that's fine. Then Brayshaw. Now let's talk about trades real quick. 7:27, I've got to leave in about half an hour. Let's talk some trades. So for me, my number one primo target, if I was to go a primo this week, would be Nazai Wanganeen Malira. Whether I can get that done is another question. So the original plan I was thinking was Stone and Henderson to Cleary and Gross. West Coast fans in the comments down below, let me know how that's pronounced. I'll just say Gross. Hopefully it's not gross for the poor, yeah, for the poor bugger. So it would be Gross for Henderson and Cleary for Stone. If I wanted to go a premium, Nazai Wanganeen Malira, I really liked how this looked. I'm trying to remember what it was. I believe it was Sanders, Henderson. Oh shit, hang on. I need to activate this boost. Activate the trade boost. Go down to 2. It is an upgrade though, and I do quite like it. And I think I liked how the way the team looked after this. So this becomes very interesting as well. Does mean I keep Stone, which is a little shame, but that's whatever. Sanders, Davidson, and Henderson. I would like to keep Davidson, but this is my avenue to a premium. So it's Gross. It is Cleary. I really liked how the team looked from memory after doing this. Nazaya. Oh yeah, because so I think what you do here is you put Ashcroft here. You add Nas. 57K in the bank, down to 2 boosts, but that's fine. They're fine to do if you need an upgrade. So I think Gross and Cleary have to come in. It's just whether how aggressive I want to be. So it would look like this. I really want Nazai Wanganeen Malira, 83 break even. I know a lot of people are going to go Dacos. That can be a break even game for another day. So this also gives me another reason to field an extra defender rookie because I think all these defender rookies will go well this week. And I think Bo Allen can swap with Sheasel due to the new DPP. And we field Sheasel in the midfield for the time being. We field Ashcroft. Um, we field Lindsay, I guess. But I really like how this team looks after doing this. I really like how the team looks like this. One, two, three, four, five. So I know it's still five rookies on field, but Sanders isn't a keeper, and he is my ticket to Wanganeen Malira. So it would look something like this, which I like. Which I like. Pryor, I'd like to get on field instead of Lindsay, but we can't have it all, can we? So I feel like the MCG will be better suited for Lindsay, you would hope. Um, can't use Allen as a loop again due to the Eagles playing on a Friday night. I don't. How are they getting these early games, man? That changes next week when we play the Eagles. So it would look something like this, and I'd be relatively content with how this looks. Like this, I'd be very happy with this. I think this looks good, but it's just whether I want to trade Davidson. But at the same time, we've got to remember at the same time, we can't fall in love with rookies, but I do think Davidson, that is a good matchup for for him. So it would be a little sad to let him go, but I mean, I don't know. I really like how this looks. Davidson, I don't think there's even any guarantees I can field Davidson anyway because my forward line is completely stacked. Like still got Petrarca here in the midfield. I'll eventually get him in. I don't have to look at a forward upgrade in a long time. Like, is my forward line's done? Like, what? Horn, Francis, Rankin, McRae, Smith, Daniel, Petrarca. It's done already. Like, you get what I mean? The midfield needs a lot of work, so maybe I need to go a midfielder instead, but I don't know which one. I just really want Nas. And then yeah, I think the forward line's done. And then the following week, we probably look at Jackson Pryor. We have a look at TDK. We might have to side swap him to a Cherry. Believe Cherry's break even is still very high. 562K at 159 break even. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe TDK for Cherry, you never know. So he's going to get very cheap, and we could potentially swap TDK to Cherry, whatever rookie there is available, and then maybe try to do an upgrade. But that might be a bit tough. Anyway, we'll see how we go. I really like how it looks after the trades. I do with that. Davison does scare me a little bit to trade off though, but it's not the end of the world if like I can't get Davidson on field. It's like, what's the point in holding him? So, anyway, this is how the side looks. Nice to get a really good round in me. So, massive relief. Feel very happy, like winning every league, going up in the open leagues. We love to see it. So, good relief, good relief. I feel really good this week. So, let's have a look at the SDS Super League and we'll wrap things up because I need to have a share and go. Yeah, so obviously had a fair climb here. The SDS Super League minimum chips. Paul is absolutely killing it. 236 overall rank is awesome. Jake, the reigning champion of the SDS Super League, is really starting to come into his straps here. He's now inside. I believe would that be the top 1%? 2,600? It might be. Yeah, we're starting to fire here in this SDS Super League. So shout out to everyone involved. Minimum Chips and Jake, they're absolutely killing it. And then also the top four of Stephen, Stewart, and Riley, they're also doing great as well. Shout out to Riley. It feels like he's always in my SDS Super League. So I appreciate all the support, everyone. That's the TikTok League. Where's the SDS Super League 2? All right, so we are now the SDS Super League 2 is going a lot better than the original SDS Super League. 88th best league, so that's good to see. Daniel going good. Ryan flying up there. Zane had a down week, but that's okay. Hope you're doing well, mate. Tristan doing good. Yeah, we have got half the league is inside the top 6K. That is awesome. So great stuff, guys. You're all doing great. And shout out to Tom for being top and Ryan being right behind his next. So thank you guys so much for watching. Actually I got to get to Fancast really shortly. So this might have to be an edit job at the podcast, I reckon. So this is a lot later than expected because I finished work a lot later than expected today. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you're doing well. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate all the support, guys. It means a lot. And yeah, we're already 5 rounds in. The season is flying, so enjoy it while you can. See you guys. Hope you're doing well. Cheers.